Shalom, I'm Rabbi Jonathan Ginsburg of the Ezra Habonim Niles Township Jewish Congregation of Skokie, Illinois. And I want to show you how to put on a tallit, a prayer shawl, a tallis, what it's about in Judaism, and a few jokes thrown in. First of all, they come in all sizes. You have scarf-like ones like this, and you have big ones, which I'll show you in a minute. Now, what are the parts? Well, they have these strings, these fringes called tzitzit on the ends. You have a garment, and usually it has a neck piece called an atta. This one has the particular blessing that you recite. So first, a little joke about the atta. There's a story about a non-Jew who wanted to join a Jewish country club. And his fellow said, well, in order to join this country club, you better tell them your name is not Pete Olson, but Chaim Yankel, a Jewish name. And if they ask you what you do for a living, don't tell them what you do. Tell them that you make tallises. He says, what's a tallis? He said, never mind, just tell them you make tallises. So he goes to the country club, and they say, what's your name? He says, Chaim Yankel. I say, very good. What do you do? He says, I make tallises. So one of the guys behind the counter, the membership committee, says to him, that's very interesting. I've always wanted to know, you know that thing on the neck, what do they call that? The fellow, he's stumped, of course. He doesn't even know what a tallis is. He says, I don't know, I make the sleeves. Well, you can see there's no sleeves. One other little joke before we get going here. These things, the critical part of the fringes, the tzitzit, are these knots. They're very heavily knotted with many knots. In fact, our sages said, through Jewish mysticism and counting, that these fringes, the 4 signs, equal all of the hundreds of commandments in Judaism. So a fellow takes his tallis to the cleaner, and there's a new person behind the counter, and he said, I've been breaking my tallis here for many years. I'd like to have it cleaned. Just be very careful with it. They said, oh, we know how to do this. He comes back a week later and gives him the tallis, and he doesn't really look at it. Person says, that'll be $142. $142? I paid $3.95 before. What happened? Fellow said, well, we had to take out all those knots by hand. Now anyway, ruined the tallis, so that's the critical thing. Now, what do you do with it, and why do we wear it? Well, first, why do we wear it? The Torah says the following, in the book of Numbers, the 4th book of the Bible. The Lord said to Moses, speak to the children of Israel and bid them to make fringes in the corners of their garments throughout their generations, putting upon the fringe of each corner a thread of blue. When you look upon the fringe, you will be reminded of all the commandments of the Lord and obey them. You will not be led astray by the inclination of your heart or by the attraction of your eyes. So this garment is designed to help us experience the commandments of God. Now, what do you do? Well, there's always a blessing, because it's a commandment to wear this. You just heard the commandment. So we say the blessing, which is right on here, often on your tallit, Baruch, atta, Ado-noy Elo-hai-nu Melech olam, asher, kid-sha-nu mitzvatav v'tzivanu, lehitatef bat-tzitzit. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has sanctified us by your commandments and commanded us to wear and wrap ourselves in this prayer shawl. And then a lot of people will kiss both ends, like this, and just put it on like a scarf. And then you can see that you wear it like this. And then at a certain point in the service, you take all 4 fringes and you wrap them up and hold them together for the Shema when you do the Shema prayer, when you do the fringes, just like that. Now, I also want to show you that they come in all kinds of designs. People make beautiful prayer shawls. In fact, in the non-Orthodox world, there's a lot of women wearing prayer shawls, and they make beautiful designs. So here's a little bit of a larger one. And the standard large one you'll see in various places. And you put it on like this, and sometimes people will, in certain prayers, will put it over their head. And obviously it's so long that you want to drape it over your shoulders like this. Now also, certain Jewish boys and men will wear one of these basically under their shirt with a little hole cut out like an undershirt with the fringes. And you'll see them sometimes. And they'll wear that all day long. In the non-Orthodox world, we basically wear this only in the morning when we pray. Put it on as an outer garment. The people leading services in the afternoon will also wear it. Only one night a year do we wear it at night, and that is on our holiest day on Kol Nidre of Yom Kippur. So I hope that explains a little bit about the prayer shawl. It's called a tallis by Jews from Europe, a tallit by Jews from the Sparta country, but it's all the same, a prayer shawl to feel engulfed by God and to be surrounded by the commandments. Thank you.